speak for a second now before I finish up my questions. Could just for a couple of seconds, if you could give us a couple of pieces of advice.
I'll be fairly quick. I wanted to say to Judge Martinez that I hope he continues not to screw up because I'm frequently mistaken for him. I'm not offended by that. He's a handsome man, don't get me wrong. But it's often funny. Even my own colleagues sometimes will call me Judge Martinez. So I want you to continue to be on your best behavior, if you don't mind. I've been on the Superior Court bench now for 9 years. Governor Locke appointed me there, and I did have an opponent right away and ran. And, we had lost. My wife, who was pregnant at the time, and I would have been unemployed collectively. So it was a fairly risky thing to do, and in retrospect, maybe not the smartest thing. But I'm so very glad to be on the bench. I was a prosecutor, both locally and federally. I was in private practice doing commercial litigation before that. And on the bench, I've done a variety of the calendars. And the message that I would suggest is not to reject yourself. Let others reject you. Don't do it for them. And also give them the chance to embrace you instead, because you'll never know if you don't try. And I'm just so encouraged by the courage that I know exists on this panel here, who've stepped forward and put themselves in the process and allowed themselves to be embraced. Not always the first time, but allowed themselves to be embraced and let others reject them if they would, but elect them if they would. And lately in my life, I've been encouraged by a number of the current Supreme Court justices to put my name in for the state Supreme Court, and I've done that. So I'm hopeful, and I'm not going to reject myself. I'm going to let others make that decision for me.
Thank you, Your Honor.